do good deeds. The idea of accountability reminds us that our choices matter. The Quran invites us to reflect on the signs of creation, the sun, the moon, the stars, and the earth, as proof of God's power and a reason to be grateful. From the very beginning, the Quran was preserved with great care. The revelation of the Quran did not happen all at once. Instead, it was revealed to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, in parts over a period of about 23 years. Whenever the Angel Jibreel brought new verses, the Prophet would immediately memorize them. He had a very powerful memory, but he didn't rely on that alone. He would then recite the new verses to his companions, who were his close friends and followers. He encouraged them to learn the verses by heart and to write them down so that the message would be perfectly safe and never forgotten or changed. The companions of the Prophet took this duty very seriously. Many of them were scribes, people who knew how to write. As soon as they heard the new verses, they would write them down on whatever materials they could find. In those days, paper was not common, so they used things like flat stones, pieces of leather, palm leaves, and even the shoulder blades of animals. These written records were carefully kept. This process of writing down the verses as soon as they were revealed ensured that an accurate physical copy of the Quran existed right from the start, alongside the memorized verses held in the hearts of the believers. One of the most amazing ways the Quran has been preserved is through memorization. From the time of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, Muslims have considered it a great honor to memorize the entire Quran. A person who does this is called a hafiz. Even in the Prophet's lifetime, there were many companions who had memorized the whole book. This tradition has continued for over 1,400 years. Today, millions of Muslims, men, women, and children all over the world have the entire Quran memorized in their hearts. This chain of memorization goes all the way back to the Prophet himself, creating an unbroken and living link to the original revelation. After the Prophet passed away, his companions knew it was important to collect all the written pieces into a single book. The first caliph, Abu Bakr, ordered the great scribe Zayd ibn Thabit to lead this project. Zayd gathered all the written verses from different companions. He carefully checked each verse against what the Hufaz, plural of Hafiz, had memorized. This double-checking process made sure that the final copy was 100% accurate. Later, during the time of the third caliph, Uthman, official copies were made from this master version and sent to different parts of the Muslim world. The Quran we read today is exactly the same, letter for letter, as the one compiled back then. The Quran is not just a holy book. Many Muslims believe it is a living miracle. One of its most unique features is its incredible language. The Quran was revealed in Arabic, and its style is so beautiful and powerful that no one has ever been able to write anything like it. Its words are poetic, rhythmic, and full of deep meaning. Even Arabs who were masters of poetry at the time of the Prophet were amazed by its eloquence. They knew that such perfect language could not come from a human being, especially not from Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, who was known to be unlettered. This linguistic beauty is seen as a sign of its divine origin. What makes the Quran even more remarkable is that it contains knowledge about science that people could not have known over 1,400 years ago. These are not scientific theories, but descriptions of the natural world that modern science has only recently confirmed. For example, the Quran describes the stages of a baby's development inside the mother's womb with amazing accuracy. It mentions the alaka, or clinging clot, which perfectly describes the embryo as it attaches to the wall of the uterus. It then details the next stages of development. This field of science, called embryology, was only understood with the help of powerful microscopes centuries later. The Quran also points to other scientific facts. It mentions the expansion of the universe in a verse that says, "And the heaven we constructed with strength, and indeed we are its expanders." The idea that the universe is constantly growing is a major discovery of modern astronomy, confirmed by scientists like Edwin Hubble in the 20th century. Another amazing example is the description of a barrier between salt water and fresh water where they meet in the sea. The Quran says, "He released the two seas, meeting side by side. Between them is a barrier so neither of them transgresses." Oceanographers have now discovered this phenomenon exists. These scientific signs, combined with its profound spiritual guidance, make the Quran a unique book. It is not a science textbook, but it uses these signs to encourage people to think, reflect, and recognize the power and wisdom of the Creator. Today, the Quran continues to be the most important book for over 1 billion Muslims worldwide. They read it daily, memorize its verses, and turn to it for comfort and guidance in all aspects of life. The fact that it has been perfectly preserved and its message remains relevant after so many centuries is, for believers, the ultimate proof of its divine miracle.